I really want to go through that portal. Should we go through it? What if I don't make it back? Oh no. What is this? What even is this place? Where do I begin? What is this? Are those trapdoors? They're everywhere. There's flower pots with flowers in them. And then just slabs floating up. Are those? More flowers over in the distance. What have I stumbled into? This is really bizarre. And my sounds are like a little bit messed up here. Everything seems fine at the moment. What's that? Some random hole in the ground? The sky keeps flashing. Is this? I think this is like a 3-second daytime. Followed by a 1-second nighttime. Day. Night. Day. Night. Can we go back through the portal? Oh. Wait, the portal's not here. Why is it glass? I can hear it. What? Okay. I'm getting some serious lag as well. What if I break the glass, can I go through it? Oh. Oh no. Oh, chest. Oh, my stuff. Where's everything gone? What is this? Bucket of pufferfish. Smithing table? I mean, at least I have food. I mean, I didn't even have armor before, so this is a vast improvement. Look at me. I'm kitted. Can I get down somehow? Maybe I'll go into that igloo. It seems to be like the only structure in existence around here. Maybe if I just... I need like a flint and steel. And then I can relight the portal and see if it'll take me back. I don't know where that's gonna come from. Let's just try our luck. Oh, I'm gonna die if I jump off here. What? Am I lagging so much I took no damage? Am I invincible? I've never seen anything like this before. This is so wild. Anyway, getting distracted. What have we got in here? Right, we've got a bed and a crafting table. What am I going to do with the crafting table? Okay. What am I supposed to do? What is this? I need flint and steel so that I can relight that portal. Can I go down here? What's this? Why are there observers around the place? I'm going to try and go down. Can I... Is that a ladder? What is this? What? Okay, hold on. This cobblestone, I can definitely mine this. Is that iron? Okay. Step 1 of 2. We've got iron. I wonder if I'm invincible. Part of me wants to just try and jump down there. We've got chests. We've got Minecraft chests down there. A bunch of yellow glass, which I suppose it kind of fits the theme, doesn't it? This whole place is a bit yellow. Okay, I think I can see a pathway down. I've got a strange feeling that these minecarts can have iron in them. I think they can also have flint in them as well, so he may not be here for that long. You know what? You know what? Now that I'm halfway down here, I'm thinking that maybe I should have made a staircase. Hello? Wow, everything is so laggy. I have to be so careful. Okay, I just added more RAM to it, so hopefully we are in business. No more lag anymore. Okay, let's do this. I think I'll make that fall. Can I fall into... Let's just pop this down. Oh. Oh, I wanted that there. It's okay, we'll jump down here. Okay, this is definitely a lot smoother than it was. Right, if we can just get a pickaxe or some iron, that would be pretty good. Oh, okay, iron, we've got iron. Let's take both of those. Surely one of these has like a piece of flint or something. Oh, wait, pickaxe. Alright, I'm gonna keep checking these chests until I find something that's worthwhile. I don't really know where I've been now. This place is so confusing. Here we go. Flint. Okay, I've got flint and steel. Let's see if we can get out of here now. Have I, like, come to the end realm? But, like, the true end realm. Like, the end of Minecraft. Like, where nothing exists anymore. Have I discovered something new? Am I like an adventurer to a place far beyond reach of normal human mortals? Have I transcended to a whole new state of being? I wish I had some blocks to use. You put a chest in my face and I just have to look at it, don't I? It took me a lot longer than I was expecting to find my way back here. I think I was lost down there for a good, like, 40 minutes before I managed to find this. Flint and steel's made. Cool. Wait, what is that? Wait. Is that the same portal? No. It's underneath. Was that portal there the whole time? Why is it missing a corner? I guess we just go through here. Right? You know what? No. I spent so long getting my flint and steel. I'm gonna light this damn portal. Well, I hope this is goodbye forever. The crazy place. Okay. It looks like we're back. The portal still exists. And we have our stuff. Looks like we didn't keep our armor or our tools. It's a shame because it would have been nice to have that iron pickaxe, but it is what it is. Now that we have finally returned, let's go get our feet on firm ground. Oh, that's better. I think it's time for me to do some monotonous tasks, like planting some trees. Well, I guess now is as good a time as any to welcome you back to another episode of Hardcore Skyblock. I think this is episode 3, and I don't have anything particularly planned this episode, so we're going to wing it. We're going to see what we can do. I want to get some of the fundamentals down, some of the really critical infrastructure, things that we can't live without in this world. I have been taking it pretty slowly these last couple of episodes, just really wanting to remember what it's like to get everything manually. But I'm done with that. That time's over. It's not for me. The critical thing is going to be setting up a mob farm. I want a mob farm that just kind of works mostly without my intervention, without having to walk back and forwards constantly over here. So let's go and organize somewhere to put it. And this time we're not going to make the mistake of not centering our build. Now in the last episode we opened up the portal to the Nether. That gave us access to, well, not a lot at this point, kind of. You see, the Nether is actually quite valuable, especially from piglin bartering. And I think that's going to be the number one thing that the Nether is going to be used for. I can't really see a huge benefit to having the Nether other than that. But of course, piglin bartering requires gold. And in order to get gold, we need to make a gold farm. The thing is that what the piglins have is not really fundamental to what I need. the first thing I really need is just to get a couple of villages set up and to really get a good stream of mobs going. That way, you know, I'm already running out of bones. I'm already running out of bones. I've already run out of string. If I don't have bones, I can't feed myself. So that is definitely more important at the moment. I'm not 100% sure how long I've been gone for, and gotta love that rain. But there is the chance that phantoms will actually spawn, so I'm gonna be fast at getting some pickaxes, and then I'm just gonna go and mine the night away. I got a little bit distracted when I got back and thought, let's just do some monotonous tasks. I removed all the trees, but most importantly in this one here is for the people who really hated it. This is now centered. I didn't adjust this whatsoever. Instead, I just I kind of expanded the circle where it needed to be expanded to make sure that that spot was nice and centered on it. Let's have a quick look far away. Yeah, you may not really be able to tell, but it's definitely centered on the circle now if you ignore this line, because this is actually not centered anymore. And this is not centered. But that's okay, because I do plan on getting rid of both of those very soon. Actually, in fact, so soon that it's probably going to be my next task. I really need to sleep. I'm not sure about you, but I actually prefer not having this giant circle kind of covered in trees. And so the next thing I'm going to work on is that mob farm. The mob farm is going to give us essential items for keeping our stockpiles of food going, although I haven't really had too many issues with the small little patch I've got over here of wheat. It would just be a lot easier, I think, if I had a mob farm. And the mob farm is also going to be a place where I can start getting some villages. Valuable lessons have been made. I was in the process of building a water stream for my mob farm, and I forgot that when I put the water into a square, it needs to be up one level, otherwise it all turns into a pool. So now I have to fill in this whole location with blocks, and the most painful part about this whole thing is that I only have stone tools to use to pick it all back up again. So now I have to get rid of all this water, build it up another layer, and then start again. Don't be like me. Plan your builds ahead of time. I've almost finished my mob farm. This is actually taking me a lot longer than it should have, but this is what happens when you don't plan things. I did also run out of stone just as I was about to finish the second layer off. Unfortunately, I've had to create a furnace because I don't really want to have to walk all the way back down there. However, I'm fairly close to finish this now, and it does look a little bit strange. I was going for like a standard typical design, and then I had some block issues where, because I'd gone with a 1 block center and a pool underneath for them to kind of be pushed into a 1 block center, I needed to limit spider spawns, because if spiders spawn, they're not really going to make it down this hole and they're just going to stop other mobs from going through. And then of course, because I had a slightly odd layout with the center hole, I couldn't bring myself to do what you would normally do for this instance, and so I tried something a little bit different. I added this little, like, what, 9x5 or something like that, just to see, hey, does this spawn more mobs? Who knows? Let's give it a go. 1 2 3 4 6 12, maybe 12 blocks. There's also this 2 wide area around the outside. I'm not sure whether mobs are going to get stuck walking backwards and forwards on this. So I actually may just put like a little 2 gap hole here just to make sure that if they do continue walking backwards and forwards, they do eventually fall down into the water. Rates don't really matter that much. And worst comes to worst, I can actually just add a second layer on top of this. On that, let me get this finished. Let me get a roof put on here and the sides completed. Right, this is it. We have removed all of the lights in this mob farm. Hopefully this works, because I really don't want to have to come back up here and make it safe again. So let's hop out. Let's hope that I've done everything correctly and I don't go ahead and kill myself. And let's go and have a look at how this mob farm works, hey? Alright, this is a little platform I built. Once my water's finally gone, mobs should actually already have started spawning now. Let's go and have a quick look at how that's going. Is that a witch or is that a zombie villager already? Ah, we have bats spawning up here. That could be a problem. I'm not sure how to stop that. I think we have to be below a certain level. Just have a quick look what's going on down here. We definitely have mobs coming through, which is fantastic. My biggest concern with this is actually that the creepers will just randomly detonate, which has happened to me before on my mob farms, and I'm really not sure why. It's just, they definitely don't see me, which is really good. Now, they don't take a huge amount of damage when they come down. Let me just get that helmet. And let's pop some armor on now, hey? A few mobs in, and we already have some gold armor, which is great. This should hopefully stop us from getting super injured from some of these mobs. Let me get that carrot back. Alright, we got a carrot, finally. And this is going to be a really, really simple way of getting a huge amount of bones quickly. Oh, some boots. This really is rocking, isn't it? Oh, wow. Projectile protection 4 and feather falling 3? Ooh, those are almost worth saving just because of that feather falling. This is working out well. I should have done this way earlier. Alright, let me make a chest so I can put some of the stuff into it. And let's keep going for about 5 minutes and see what we get. We've got a zombie villager there now. I'm not super interested in getting villagers yet, and I do think that that's a witch. I don't really have a place, or anything set up for them at the moment though, so I'm just gonna take this time to kill these mobs and gain some resources from them instead. Let's go and have a look what's actually happening inside the mob farm. Okay, so as it turns out, this is not spider-proof. Let me see if I can see where they're spawning. Are they spawning over on the side or are they spawning in the middle? I'm not entirely sure. As far as I'm aware, spiders need a 3x3 block set to spawn, and I thought that I was rid of that. We do have some spots that are kind of 3x3, but none of them are a complete 9 squares. It doesn't look like they're spawning over in these two platforms, which I did expect. But maybe I'll just have to go in and put some more trapdoors down in places just to make sure that they don't spawn again. I've just looked over this. This building kind of looks like it's a building with a little leaky tap. Completely unintentional. It does look like it's got a leaky tap. Okay, here we go, round 2. Let's see if that made a difference. Just kill some of these mobs for a little bit. And I'll go double check, make sure that we aren't getting a bunch of spiders spawning in, stopping people from going down. Just judging by the lack of monsters coming down, I suspect that we may still have a problem. Let's go have a look. There's no spiders here. Mobs just have decided that they don't want to move, apparently. Right, let's keep going anyway. Again, I think once mobs kind of reach the cap, they will just start killing themselves, so I could probably almost just AFK right there, and I'd still get a bunch of loot. And not that I would, because I'd be a little bit too worried that something might happen and I would die. Alright, we are fully equipped now. Look at that. And they're really not all that bad. This helmet especially is actually very good. And I also really like these boots, so let's keep going a little bit longer and see what we can get. Alright, we just got another milestone. We just got a piece of iron from one of these zombies, which is really quick considering the drop rate of it is not very high, and I haven't really been here for that long. This is about one sword, almost an entire sword since I started this, so that's not bad. If it keeps dropping at that rate, I will have a bunch of iron in no time. And iron's going to be really important. The first thing I'm going to do with the iron is actually create a cauldron so that I can duplicate my lava. I think that's going to be pretty fundamental moving forward. After a little bit of monster slaying, I decided that the rates of it just really weren't that great. I was having to stop there and wait for mobs to come down constantly, so So I decided that instead of continuing on that same way, I actually added another platform to this. So inside here, it's a bit hard to see, I know, because it's a bit dark. We actually have 2 platforms now instead of just the one. It did turn out too that I was, oopsie daisy, I've made a critical mistake here. It turns out that I did have spiders spawning still. I've tried fixing that again. I think I was missing one in one of these corners and it was causing spiders to spawn. Hopefully that's sorted now. I have 3 brand new swords. So let me kill some mobs until I run out of swords. And I've got a whole new empty chest here. Let's have a look what we get. This is not bad. This was 3 full swords. I had this half one already. Just as I had broken that last sword, you may have seen it. There was 1 piece of iron sitting on the ground. So I thought, well, I may as well just grab this sword out and kill these mobs really quickly just so I can get that iron. It turns out there were 2 bits of iron, which is even better. This means we are now getting there on our iron. We have 5 bits of iron, 2 more, and we can finally make a cauldron. So let's keep that iron nice and safe for now. I'm still ending up with an empty chamber of mobs every now and then. However, the rates are significantly better now than they were before. And let's just go and have a quick look up top too. This is basically the only reason now that the mobs aren't just constantly being crushed by each other. And unfortunately, as it goes, such as Murphy's Law, now that I have made this, I actually have a strange feeling I have a better design that would have worked much nicer in this instance. But it's a bit late to go back now. And you know what? I'm not going to complain about this because this is really nice. There is a bit of a problem with all of these items. There's a lot of gold and leather pieces of armor in here, which I am almost certainly never going to use. Now, I could smelt all of the gold down and get golden nuggets from it, which would give me a few additional pieces of gold. But really, I'm going to be making a gold farm anyway, so I don't really think there's much point in doing that. Instead, I think that I'm better off just throwing the gold over the edge and keeping anything that might have some worthwhile modifiers on it. On another note, I have changed how I am farming my trees now. I got sick of having to spread them all out, so I've just got a little platform here now that all of my trees spawn on. It's so much easier. Yeah, I get less saplings, but I have enough spare that it's not really too much of a problem. As well as this, I have also started clearing some more of the mess that we've made throughout the last couple of episodes. As you can see, the path that leads out to basically nowhere is gone here, and the little spawning platform for mobs is also gone. So now we're just kind of left with this circle, and now that we're here, everything is starting to look a little bit more tidy. I have a slight idea of what I want to do next. I'm going to continue this entire platform down a little bit, then I'm going to create a small lowered level around the perimeter, and then I'm probably going to raise the circle back up again so that we get like this kind of little dip down and then back up. So in this episode we have traveled back from the mysterious abyss. We've created a mob farm to gain some valuable resources, traded our forest for a giant slab circle, and we've also tidied up the area, getting it ready for the next stages of development. This has been a very productive episode, and I feel like at this point I am starting to get myself positioned in a really good spot to move forward. I've got some plans for this whole area right here, some renovations that do need to occur just so I can keep in with the theme that I'm going on, and at some stage I will tidy up this bit here. I'm keeping it there purely because I want to make sure that this farm is working at its absolute optimal level. But I think that's going to be it for this episode. It's been really fun. I've enjoyed having you along for the ride, and thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time.